good evening, this is Nerdist the Human, and welcome back to my Roxolani female-only campaign, and you join me in the southeast of Turkey, where we need to go and take on the next of the Eastern Empire cities, the city of Tarsus, which we have recently been putting under plague. Indeed, plague still stalks the streets of this city, and we will of course continue to keep it spreading around the likes of Antioch, just to weaken up the Eastern Empire. We should be able to do the same over in this part of the world. Yes, where Jerusalem currently doesn't have itself any plague. Fingers crossed. Sadly, he died. Sadly, he died. It wasn't only 50%. But yes, the more the weaker that these guys are, certainly the better. Now, this does bring me up to an interesting little feature because, yes, while spreading the plague with the spies is always a fun thing to do. Another thing that is quite interesting sometimes are these benefactors, which, okay, he is supposed to be an adoption candidate for this guy, but at the start of the turn, he was all the way over here somewhere, and he's travelled over here during the turn, which means when I click on accept, we're getting the adoption not completed message, which is unusual. Your messenger rode a slow, spavined nag. The man is dead and cannot be adopted now. This does sometimes happen when you don't actually deal with the adoption early in the turn, and then the general moves around. I don't know the exact triggers. Maybe we'll have to look into that. Not sure exactly what does it, but it does happen from time to time when you don't deal with the message straight away. Sometimes it also happens if you answer straight away, I think, but that might just be an offhand bit of my memory. Don't worry though, I'm sure we'll be offered someone next turn. You might recall last time we actually had a look at our family tree, and this is the chap over here who has himself a wife but has not had any children. So we might need to sort that out. On the note of the family tree, yeah, next general. Good when outnumbered. This is some interesting stuff to him, doesn't he, Mbaweka? I don't know if he's done any battle. It doesn't look like he has. Where are you, my good sir? You are... Why are you here? What? Okay. What's happened here? If anyone has any idea what's going on here, that would be amazing. When did this happen? How long has he been here? Okay, I know I said last episode that the game does like to crash during... He has a wife and 2 children. This guy's been around a long time. Just chilling down here. Okay, well, he's going to go on a long journey. And he's going to go... Hopefully not piss off the Berbers too much, but... okay, that's interesting. He's going to do one... hell of a counter maneuver against the Western Empire. I wanted to point out the adoption not complete, but that is interesting. I have no idea how or why that has happened, but apparently at some point that happened. So there we are. That's a slightly bizarre intro to the episode, but I like it. All right. Well, hopefully this going to be able to adopt someone next time. Hopefully they won't appear in the bottom corner. Yeah, because it's probably been there. Someone might have put it in the comments. Obviously a few episodes ahead of release. So if you have put it, then I won't have seen it just yet. But yeah, it's hiding behind this little corner of the map. So, well, who knows where else I've got any troops? You know, there might be generals all over the shop. All right, well, just a reminder where we're at. Obviously, Salona and Sirmium last time got taken over, which means, yeah, we're looking pretty darn solid. Full stacks in both of those. Not in Constantinople, but... yeah, the Hun armies have actually left. They've actually departed this part of the world at this point, which isn't a euphemism for their death. They have just literally left. I'm going to continue to send some troops in this direction just to keep more strength in Thessalonica. And yes, we do need to potentially do something about this boat situation because that is too many with too much experience, and we need some better boats to deal with their problem. So over in Ankara, we can... yeah, actually, we're starting to run out of the funds just a little bit. I have been spending quite extravagantly for a long time now. I've been able to build almost permanently in most of these towns, which has been nice. But yeah, we might well be changing some of this in the coming turns. I might well just change that around for Mithras at this point. And we'll just continue with Kolkasai, which I always do enjoy. Our plan today, though, very much is to take Tarsus. We want to take Tarsus first and foremost. We want to try and avoid war in the West, but we'll see about that. I'm not convinced that peace of the Western Empire is going to last that long. And I will side with the Franks if there end up being a war between those two again. I think I caused the peace, so that could be interesting. The Goths are still floating around, but of course last time we lost our alliance with them. So Sassanids and Western Empire will not last forever. These two could, potentially. I don't actually have technically a win condition. I need to add that in. Assuming it still ends at this point of the game. It should do, but I'm not actually sure about that. I can't remember if that file can be added later. It doesn't really matter. We'll decide our own victory, which will have to be taking out the Sassanids and taking back our homeland. But we'll decide exactly what it looks like later. Would be nice to have some fun with the hordes. Right, well, for now I think it's time to end our term, see if we get a new candidate for adoption, and start thinking about our move towards Tarsus. Indeed, we have got a brand new candidate for adoption, but this time he is Christian, so I'm going to turn him down actually. We are no longer the most advanced faction, that is the Western Empire, because the game is cheating like a scumbag. Okay, so they are training only peasants there. Maybe they're just trying to deal with public order, but during a plague, normally people are dying anyway. That is very interesting. 165, so maybe they're just low on money. Income's minus 64 in their best city. Okay, interesting. Now Tarsus has some reinforcement. Oh, the plague's just ended there. Oh, okay. I just sent the spy to Sidon. Now, actually, to be fair, I do want the spy to have 52%. Not worth it. I do want the spy. I do want this place to not have plague anymore. So in some ways, that's quite good, I guess. That's the shrine we just set up over here. Let's get that redone. That will give us some retrain opportunities. Once we've got this, we can start sending some of these troops further east again. And maybe start thinking about Cyprus. Would be nice to grab that port. They are blockading Cadonia, which is causing us some monetary problems. We are getting a few more boats over there in Constantinople. So yeah, one more boat there. That'll be absolutely marvellous. And the rest of this doesn't look like... Vandals still can't make up their bloody minds, can they? No. Okay, well, we'll leave that spy over there for the time being. We just want to have a little peruse at what's going on. Let's go have a little look at Rome, actually. How is Rome looking? They've got themselves a first cohort. Nothing too interesting. As for Ravenna, yeah, likewise a first cohort. Okay, well, this place managed to survive the last assault. We can report we got various troops just popping up here and there. I'm quite happy though to be, at peace with the Western Empire. It's probably a good thing for us by and large. So we've actually got a do you want a faction leader right here? Probably do actually for the time being. We don't need to worry too much about the extra general. We've actually got generals in most of our cities. Maybe, sir, you would be better suited getting yourself over to Athena, and we'll maybe just get you on a boat somewhere. But maybe this guy can go and hop on a boat. He can join that, head over to Crete. Got to give someone a little go in Crete. Get the boat to join the pile, and all is marvellous. Apparently he is useless, but he could have been sitting around forever and ever. Okay, I'm going to give them a turn to let this plague burn out and consider if they want to attack me over here. But by and large, I'm happy enough actually waiting around for a turn or so. We'll send these archers. I did want an extra unit of archer or two, so we'll let them come on around the corner. Get a couple more of those just to make sure we've got plenty in slave in case the Sassanids decide to be utter numpties. But on the whole, I'm probably just going to continue with my trying to get my money sorted everywhere. These are a couple of buildings that actually do me nothing, so I should change it. And the files do keep saying that one day I might be able to get around to it, but right now I can't afford it anyway. So let's end our turn and see if we are ready to head into Tarsus. Interestingly, the Huns border here has been replaced with a rebel army, and they are busy up in the north dealing with the Sarmatians. I suspect they will fail, but I am interested in getting to that side of the river, so let's go and get that guy over to there. Sassanids still having a chat with me, and everything else is looking pretty straightforward and relaxed for the time being. We'll get them to move over there. We'll get ourselves another boat over there, retrain what we can. In Cadonia, likewise, and just continue to get more boats. Gosh, I wish we could get better boats, but we honestly can't. Ooh, they've decided to come out and meet me in the field, have they? Well, that seems very stupid to me. Right, plague's still in Antioch, which is going to continue causing them lots of issues. And yeah, we'll just keep it cycling around. They've still got it over there in Philadelphia, so no need to worry about that. Okay, This army needs dealing with first and foremost, so we'll mop them up and we'll head towards the city. Well, obviously this is just going to be a simple murder spree based with a big pile of arrows shooting them down. Okay, those peasants really can't do much about it, can they? No, they can't. They've got no missile. Well, they have their javelins, so we need to be careful about skirmish mode. But in essence, this should just be a simple shoot them down and a bit of a slaughter. So, yeah, I suspect this is not going to end very well for them, really, is it? No, we are getting some cavalry into the rear. We really need to stay out of that javelin range, Thomas, as we well should be learning by now. But yeah, basically they are not in a good space. So we'll just get some more of our cavalry over in this direction, just to make sure that we have them mopped up. But basically, I don't see them having any hope. They truly have no idea what they want to do in this battle, do they? They are getting themselves ripped to shreds, and I absolutely love it. Let's just go get the Amazons in a little bit closer so they can have some fun as well. The Mitanni are particularly fun to shoot down because, my god, are they absolutely terrible. Those javelins can do us a little bit of damage, as we've seen, so at the very least, it gets rid of a little bit of chaff that could cause us a problem in a city because, as we know, any unit really is a bit of a problem in the city. We do, though, have ourselves 5 experienced Screeching Women for our next campaign, which will be absolutely perfect just to get as much damage as we possibly can. Yes, the Screeching Paulers will get their run out when we get to the city, but for now, yeah, I think we just need to go in for the death charge at this point. So let's just try and get everyone to finish them off. I don't see them lasting much longer. At this point, it's pretty much the full encirclement happening here. The chariots are going to close the gap and we'll just finish them off. We did, unfortunately, seem to lose one of our cavalry in this here affair, which is quite sad. Yeah, all of you actually at this point can just shoot that Limatane. You can shoot them down and we'll just get this cavalry to mop them up because it's all over now. So there we are, wiped out in the field. A bit of shooting practice, of course. At this point, we should probably tell everyone to stop worrying about that because the crossfire will eventually start hitting our own and they get to be finished off the proper way. Anytime you want to stop, anytime you wanted to stop those missiles would have been great. We just shot so many of our own lasses right to death there, but hey ho, can't do much more than tell them to stop and give them a new order, but probably they want to see their own ladies with their own blood, I don't know. Bleed away, and apparently we have to lose more than we were supposed to. 8 needless deaths. Perfect. This is an unexpected twist. Are people in flight the Huns? Why? Why is... Oh, it rebels. That's unusual. Okay, well, I don't really like that, but it doesn't seem like they've got huge armies there. It's going to be quite a tough city to take, it should be said. That's some really good units in there. Okay, that was unexpected. So yeah, they probably do want to go and take the Sarmatians on, which would not end well because that would be another fresh horde. Okay, well, I don't really want that territory. I kind of like the stability of them being there, but it is what it is. We'll just have to accept it, I suppose. Death continues to stalk the land. This guy seems to be alive forever. Has it lost the plague? Oh no, it hasn't. Here it comes again. So yes, we'll just continue to cause them problems. Now, having taken out that little force, they have a few extra troops they'll try to push away. But that's absolutely fine. This city is going to need a second army to besiege it because I can't really take it as it is. What I need to do is probably just hold this position. So what I'm going to try and do is grab as many of my forces as I can. Something like that from Ankara. I'm going to grab everyone from here, I think, to be honest with you. What do we have here? A low... Ooh, actually only one archer. We can leave one screecher behind. Yeah, you know what? That's actually okay. And get them together. That's almost a full stack, actually. So we can manage to pull that off, I reckon. All right. We get a couple horse archers in to just further supplement that force. That'll be perfect. Okay. Get us some new horse archers for there. Get you some new troops ASAP. One of each of those would be perfect. In fact, just one more Paula will be absolutely fine. 2, 2, and one of each horses. Okay, this force can go and besiege the town. and this force can just keep the border clear. So yeah, we might just need to give these guys a bit of a poke. Just hold this position, really. So do you want to build a fort? Maybe we could build a fort. That could be fun. I don't think so, though. Actually, we want the chariots in the open field. We've only got one chariot there anyway, so yeah, all right, we'll grab that. Do we have more chariots here? Yes, we do. We'll send those chariots into this army, I guess. It's going to make more sense. So, right, this might be a little bit awkward because of the sort of troops they have in that city, but we'll get there next turn. We'll get them dealt with. As for Ankara, we need... I might send in a Screecher there, so that would actually be fine. We don't need another one of you, but we do need a couple archers and a cav just to mop up any rebels should we ever see them. But rebels seem to like us. I haven't seen any rebels in our territory at all, which is very strange indeed. Actually, this is starting to make me think that maybe I've done something to the files to make them less common, but I don't recall doing anything such. So there we are. Although sometimes I do leave things lying around from previous occasions, so there's always a chance that that is the case. Okay, my diplomat over there did get himself killed, which is unfortunate, but I will just send a spy just to keep on perusing on this part of the world. They can probably see that I've got spies around, but I'm not too bothered about them being aware of it. We'll deal with them in time. We'll get one more spy and one more of our... what do you call it? Generals. That's the one. Okay, and yeah, we got one more spy in here. So you were there, I think, just to counteract some assassins, but I haven't seen them in that part of the world for a while. So we'll just make sure we've got a few more spies hovering around the borderlands. But I think for now, yeah, we've got this Christian chap who's currently looking after this town, but we'll work that one out in time. We do, though, want to get ourselves some more troops. So, a couple of horse archers out there isn't going to be the worst idea, but I think now, end our term, and then we get Tarsus under siege. Interesting, we have a ceasefire between the Western Empire and the Eastern Empire's rebels. Yeah, I do believe that both sides of the Empire end up at war with the rebel versions, even if it's of the opposite rebels, which is intriguing. So there we go. You, sir, still have the plague. Can we get in Jerusalem? Is it worth me trying? I suspect it is, just to... it's probably not actually at that percentage chance. Let's not get him killed. So we'll just wait on that. Sidon over here. You still have the plague. What about Antioch? Their plague has run out. Somehow this guy survived all those plagues that I've sent in. Now, I did actually get the siege underway just to make sure that we weren't wasting a turn, but we can get the force there, which means now you are going to lift the siege, and we're going to get, all of those troops. Perfect, over to there. We have a tavern in Thessalonica. Tess does love herself a pub, so we'll go and get that sorted out. Life is short, especially when we're all basically trying to conquer the world. So... this is now in a much better position. We should probably try and get more than one round. It is only a basic wooden wall. Haven't seen too many of these with the Roman cities. It's a large city with a basic wall. Very, very strange that, but there we go. Okay, and that first turn has already chopped quite a lot of those troops off. I'm actually much less worried about this assault now that I see that it's a wooden wall. That makes it far easier. We can, use our range, but actually... this army doesn't have a huge amount. It's actually got quite a lot of the infantry screeching women, which is amusing. It's alright. I might just change around some of those units a little bit. Maybe switch a few horse archers out for some Amazonian chariots. But this is basically going to block the gap for the time being. We might be scaring our Sassanid friends at this point, but to be honest, I think they'll just have to take that and not worry about it. I do need to get, though, this assassin business sorted out. So you can get an assassin, you can get an assassin, you can get an assassin. Get one now. We need to train some up against them. Most of my other assassins aren't actually doing anything. They're kind of just wandering around like an auxiliary spy. Now, the Huns, yes, I was going to say the Huns, if they're now a horde again, there's most of the force. Okay, so it did look like it was a bit small last time. It did look awfully like... the Romans might have been attacked by them. which is intriguing. Are they still at war? I'm not sure if I knew that. They were literally right there, weren't they, Thomas? Yeah, they're not at war with the Huns, so they haven't had a fight, but they don't have as many troops here as they used to, and that's bad timing, Mr. Roman friends. And I say friends, very much inverted commas, but we'll see about that. This is never going to be good enough to take that on, is it? A few more turns and I reckon I'll feel bold enough to give it a go. We do have a little bit of an admiral on us, so it won't be completely impossible, but we'll have to be careful when we give it a go. Oh, and in case you're wondering, our friend is still travelling across the great sandy seas. One day we'll make it over to Cyrene for that surprise assault. That'll be fun when that finally happens. But for now, yep, it's just besieging Tarsus and we're heading there next turn. Speaking of which then, there is a battle near Tarsus, but it is indeed the little interception force here between the mountains and the sea. Captain Quartinus over here, just a ragtag bunch of played nonsense, really, isn't it? That should be fun to take out. Mostly trash. A few bits of missile to bear in mind, a bit of cav. So, alright, shoot down the cav and the archers quick, and we should be absolutely fine. In this army, yeah, just another band of ruffians, basically. This should be simple enough. The game thinks 2-1. The Bard doesn't seem to think 2-1. But I think we'll be absolutely grand. Quite a few infantry in this force, but horse archers should have the job. Let's head in. Well, today we get to fighting Deep Fuchsia Pink, and that is a very old channel reference. If you know it, it normally means an auspicious battle. I do like this particular colouring for the battlefield. Now, I accidentally found myself right ambushing the reinforcements here. Not my intention, because I just went up to the hill at the corner of the map. Of course, we were fighting by this here mountain. You don't normally get to fight properly up them in this game, but we do get a fairly good opportunity to start shooting them as they arrive. It's a pretty ragtag force of useless numpties, so we'll get ourselves into position. So hopefully, those javelins aren't going to cause us too many problems. Let's just get... Actually, yeah, they might do in a moment. So I'm just going to get these ones to move over here. These cav to move over here. And all of you, please, just to pull on back. No need for any early nonsense here. They are indeed going to be firing missiles, so get running every ruddy time. I have actually told them to run, but apparently the button is not being listened to. There we go. The darn impetuous barbarians. Anyway, we're going to cause them plenty of problems. We've got the chariots back here as well. The chariots can probably just finish this off before it even begins. On which note, actually, I'm going to send them into the Plumbatari right about now. And we'll just see how all of this goes. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to get another one of these cav to come on into all of that. You just keep on going through. They're just there to cause a bit of chaos. That's one route. Okay, that's what you want to see. And turn around. And that should be that first army dealt with. There we go. Oh yeah, that's what you want to see from the chariots. Okay, can you now turn yourselves around? You should be shooting over hither. And actually we're in quite a good position on this hill here, aren't we? Now that we've accidentally captured it. So let's just turn them around, get them into some kind of a position. That would be marvellous. Can we stop letting them all escape, please? That would be much better. I mean, they are just going to be fleeing back towards Antioch, but we are kind of here on the edge of the map for a reason, and that's to make sure that not too much of this goes that particular way. Okay, a little bit of them caught. Not the end of the world that they weren't. And now we'll just switch our attention over to these guys. Okay, he's now dead. Pointless chap is gone. Okay, let's get... you two, plough into those guys. You get on top of those camels. That will be grand. And they are not happy about this, are they? Okay, get yourselves back over here. I think my actual archers are going to have a shot in a minute, and they're not used to doing anything in these battles. Especially the ones in the open field like this. There we go. Equite are gone on that flank. Perfecto. Their doom approaches. And, okay, they are going to charge at us with their chariots. Interesting. Yeah, we can pull back for a moment and get all the Paulus to screech. Okay, their generals got themselves immediately shredded, which is amusing. Get everyone out into that position. Who are you, peasants? Not too worried about that. Okay, over on this flank then. They are, of course, throwing some javelins at us. Limitane. Let's not even worry about that nonsense. First cohorts. Interesting. Get them into there. Get yourself in there, Screechers. Get yourself in. And we're just going to go sheer numbers in all of this nonsense. It's going to be absolutely glorious. All cavalry. Get yourself into there. The Paulas are charging on in at the first cohort. What utter heroes. Choppy, choppy, choppy. Okay, you might want to turn all missiles off, please. Everyone should be on. Yep. Right, they need to go. They need to go. Someone else needs to go. Just click on units and tell them to kill. That'll be fine. I feel like we won that. Well done, Paulas. Well done. Nice shock troops there. Excellent work. They didn't even bother fighting them. They just ran away. And that was a first cohort as well. It was a damaged first cohort. But I'm quite pleased about that. I did think it'd be nice to use a little bit more of our actual infantry. Send them in. We can probably see them used quite well in the city in a minute as well. So let's continue moving on. And let's get going. And to be fair, even with 5 experience, high attack, yes. They have 6 defense skill. That is it. So slay them all. I think they're all gone, sir. Well, this worked out quite nicely. The battlefield was sort of amusingly in my favour. Oh yes. I love the sweet music in my ears. And with that, 887 kills to their very, very few. Only 55 of ours. So we are very much ready for the next battle. And they are not. Obviously the enemy army have routed, but also we gained ourselves an Eagle of Rome. Oh, Sedani has an eagle to play with now. Lovely stuff. And yeah, that was actually the Paulas who collected that, so well done to them. Well, it wasn't those ones. It was these ones, of course. Yes, lovely. Bit of merging, just get that all sorted out. Now, Antioch does look very vulnerable, doesn't it? It does the plague still, so we'll have to let that die out first. No plague over here in Tarsus, although they are sending... Yeah, I can't have noted they are actually sending in Assassin at this point. Didn't send the spy with this lad, did I? No. No, I did not. Okay, well, Tarsus, we might just give it a turn more just to get ourselves as prepped as possible. I'd quite like a ridiculously large number of rams, if at all possible. That'll be marvellous. And then we'll get ourselves heading in. Meanwhile, more children are being born, which is great. We could do with many of those of future generals, and there are spatterings of armies around, but they are a little bit battered, should be said. Now, Sassanids have an army up in the north, but that's their territory. That's perfectly fair and legit, but still keeping an eye on them. Not sure how much I trust them. Now, as for the Huns, we've never been friends with them, but we're not exactly enemies either. The Huns are now at war with the Roman Empire. That is very good to see. As I just misread that tooltip before. It's always a good chance that I did. And we are going to send a diplomat over to around about Mediolanum. There is the Gothic faction leader looking for something to do, namely kill off his entire people. Okay, I'm going to get a spy in this part of the world actually. I think that could be very interesting. And right, it doesn't look like there's too much going on this turn. We're just about one more turn away from the boats. Come on, Boaty McGee. We can totally do this, probably, hopefully. I really hope that we can do that. But we are looking much stronger now. Okay. Right, let us end our turn, and we're headed to Tarsus next time. The evil Eastern Empire fiends are destroying the temples, the pagan temples. Well, we'll have to go and deal with them. Perhaps we will have a stab in the back for Alexandria in time. Most of our faction is now me as well, and we are picking up things like pet lions. That's nice, isn't it? I guess over here in Constantinople we do have some kind of arena of some sort. It's a lovely amphitheatre. How magnificent. Okay. Well, that is good to know. Nothing doing over here. For some reason, the Huns seem to have given up on their little attempt to take that Roman territory. Obviously, they can do much better, so I don't see why they're still bothering to hang out there. This has a great market, although actually a weaponsmith is probably a much more sensible short-term option. So we're just going to go and stand around these towns, see what's going on. Same with these ones down south. But it is time to head into this part of the world. Antioch, not yet free of plague, still plagued. Interesting. And I will just keep nosying around without actually jumping into these towns anymore. No one's been assassinated as far as I'm aware, which is awfully good news, and Ankara is done with its sacred circle. Get a warlord stable. Actually, no, archery range. I do like getting the archers. That's probably more important, I would suggest. Okay, Tarsus should be simple enough. Lots and lots of choppy. A bit of chariots will break them down as well. We've got some archers to finish the job. It should be an interesting one at the very least. Do expect plenty of Roxolani blood though as we head in here. Let's go. Well, this feels awfully like an early part of the game suddenly, doesn't it? We've got basic walls to go and take on, which means we're going to go shoot over and hopefully take a few of them out. Now, okay, normally when it's early game and they have these basic walls and you're shooting, they don't have much armour. This is Barbarian Invasion, of course, so they will likely take the hits pretty well, but we have quite a lot of missiles, so hopefully we'll do some work. The AI does have a tendency of moving back and forth, so hopefully that'll be some very nice work done on all of them. So I'm going to go get you just to move across. You actually can move over to that kind of a position because I imagine we'll get some nice shots in there as well. Go and get some horse archers over to there. And yeah, you just kind of take up that position too. So we're going to do as much as we can to get some shots in. Unfortunately, they're now getting shot, so we're just going to move them instead. You're getting shot because obviously you're wandering towards the tower. Looks like a few bodies have been taken out on the way, but they are mostly seeming to want to escape entirely, which is a bit unfortunate. They might well come back when we smash down the walls, but we'll see about all of that nonsense. Obviously these towers can't shoot inside, so we can have plenty of fun when it comes to actually getting into the city. So let's get one chariot over there. We'll get that far chariot over there, and I'm gonna hopefully be more sensible with my chariots than I sometimes am. Because, yeah, do you want to come and get shot? Not quite. I'm a bit worried about just taking too much damage from those towers, so I'll let them wander. Oh, here we are. Fools, 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 fools. Okay, let's grab these 2 units and see if we can get some of them into a better shooting position. You should have been shooting for a little while now, and they are getting ready. 74%, 44%. All right, let's get some of these auxiliary screechers up here. They need to get forward. Excellent. And yeah, we just want to get piling in these screeching women. They'll do some great job, even to Plumbatari. They've got the chopping power, so hopefully they'll be able to do it. Right. Put down the ram and start screeching, because that's going to terrify the flip out of them. Okay, so we're going to switch back over actually to the German style of doing things, which is, if you've seen the Germany guide, or Germany Battlefield guide, it's all about morale, and obviously the screeching women are a part of that. So, send them in, and send them in. Flame missiles, ahoy! Okay, that's very, very nice indeed. We've driven them from the walls. Go and deal with those Lancier. I'm pretty sure these ladies will have this dealt with all by themselves. Excellent. Yeah, I was already watching that game. Thank you very much. So, in blood and treasure. Yeah, they seem to be running away over there, which is a bit of a shame. Do your screechy, and they're going to throw some javelins immediately. That's a bit of a shame. All of you over there, get yourself back to the front gate. That's absolutely fine. They're getting a little bit of a problem here. Right, let's chase them down. We should be quicker, you'd like to think. We're going to be shooting them in the back as well. There we go. That's nice to see. Right, you just go and mop them up. That'll be grand. You do some screeching. They actually want to take us on over here, do they? Oh, this should be exciting. Okay. Right, all of you screech. Oh, they're gonna reload. Okay, that's lovely stuff. Get our missiles as much as possible, shooting at them. And let's get the Paulas into this. Over in this part, yeah, you. Oh, no, actually. I think the Paulas have that, but the chariots can come and do the flanking. That will be fun if they ever learn how to chariot. Okay, Paula, try and get yourself in some kind of position. I know this isn't the best angle to attack because the fire arrows are coming, but honestly, you'll probably be fine. Looks like, oh, they're routing. Oh, Paula's totally got this. We've got the German morale trap going on. And as the chariots arrive, oh yeah, I think, honestly, you should be stopping your shooting at this stage. And same goes for you. We are ripping them to shreds. The chariots are actually doing something useful for once. They're now knocking over all of my units, I'm sure. But it should be very, very fun indeed. So, let's get all of you. Yeah, just all of you start running over there. That will be absolutely grand. There are chariots back here, so they can come in and give some help. How are these Plumbatari going to fare, by the way? 64 Plumbatari. Come on, Paula. Get in there. Oh, a bit of a scream. That wasn't too auspicious. But 64 of them. Currently, they're fighting. Ooh, we haven't got any kills yet. But don't worry. Your friends are coming. Oh, they're sending some friends in as well. They've managed to pin us. No. You go and help your friends. Your sisters over there need you. Still a big rout going on over there. That's absolutely fine. And the chariots are coming. Mostly going to be shredding their own units, but as you know, they can sometimes do something. Actually go this way, if anything, because we actually have our own units coming from over there. Paula's being knocked everywhere, so I think they're just almost laughing with each other now. 51. Ooh, we're all going flying. Oh dear, this could be more silly. But we've done the job. Look at that. Chariots have done the work again. This time a little bit silly fashion, but seems like the job was largely there. The Paula's held out. Well done. I think they're still being killed slightly. Hopefully we decide to stop killing our own troops at some point. Over here, they've actually got a proper battle here. Plumbatari. Okay. Let's go and get our missiles. Can you shoot at this? Not sure you can. Get your screeching on if you're not already. Come on. Let's hear your roar. I love it. And charge them down. Okay, I reckon we're going to have them with that steady. I don't know how long you'll be steady for with all of that nonsense going on. Okay, get the chariots in there. And get the Virgin Cavalry, one unit of that. They reckon that this is fairly evenly balanced, but they're going to try and hold this street here. But I think this sheer amount of Paulas is going to chop its way through. They are unhappy about taking the casualties. They've never met a German brute. Lovely stuff. Hack them down, ladies. Hack them down. In come the chariots. Oh no, there's a rout for some of our Paulas. Paula, no, don't mass rout. We believe in you. The chariots are here. The Amazonians have arrived, and now just chaos. Chaos agog. Scream and shout. Oh dear, just tell them to attack the next unit. Everyone's routing, we're routing, they're routing. Chariots are just scything them down, and that's all you could really ask for. And at this point, oh yeah, was working our way through the streets. This is a very silly battle. We're going to have a lot of these kind of battles, but I'm glad we got to use our Paulas a bit more. They've mostly done the job here, to be fair. Get them in on the archers. They can... Oh! Look at that manoeuvre! They're well ahead of the game here. They're unhappy due to exhaustion, but they're happy to just chop away all these Steves. Oh yeah, love it. Excellent. Excellent. I think that must have been the one on that far entry over like that gateway. It's been chasing them back for a while. Oh look, there's actually a nice cathedral here. It still doesn't fill up the space that well. Very least they could put a few gravestones in or something. I don't know. Is it just the general left at this point? General, mostly just the general. Okay, well, we'll. I haven't done much pausing and editing in this particular battle. It's been sheer silliness, but we will go and chase everyone down and see what we can do at the end here. I'm going to get the Paulas to finish this off if at all possible. We'll bring some archers in just for some support, but realistically it's down to them at this point. They've totally had this battle from start to finish, so we'll get everyone in, but I don't think we're going to need them. Everyone, get yourself in position. The general does seem awfully teased by the situation. Oh, they do like this street here with the old cathedral at the end of it. That's nice, isn't it? That's very nice. Okay, well, we're going to send those cavalry through. People are starting to arrive. I think the Paulers are going to be pretty darn exhausted. But you know what? The Virgin Cav haven't had too much of a run out in this battle, so they can get in there, doing a bit of mopping up, although this unit has actually got back into the battle at this stage. Just plough through them. It'll be absolutely fine. There we go. There we go. A few missiles, giving the odd poke here or there. To be honest, I think that'll be fine. Let's just get everyone in position, and we'll finish this off properly. Looks like the general's made it. Okay, sir. Okay. Do you want to do this? Do you really want to do this? I think they're just going to charge at my chariots. That's rude, isn't it? Okay, well, there are Paulers around as well, so you're going to get chopped down, you're going to get shot down, and all of the above, really. Yeah, they do seem to want to get into the chariots, and we'll just hack at them here. I'm not going to send the chariots in. If the chariots get pulled in by being attacked, I'll let them fight. We just want the Paulers to do a bit of chopping here. In fact, to be honest, chariots, I might actually just send you to the plaza. Just go and finish off those peasants, actually. Let the Paulers deal with the general. I think they've absolutely got this. So hack. They are, there we are. It's much more of a fair, proper fight now. He's broken. He can't fight her. Oh, yeah. Gods do make a good eating, and so shall these lovely, lovely peasanty goats. And, okay, maybe we'll just plough through to that. Ciari. Oh, that was lovely. He just accepted his fate there against all the Paulers. Absolutely brutal stuff. Get them to just move over here. This is the Paulers' day. Let's get them in to finish it off. This is Paula's great day out, and yeah, I am very happy with this. Okay, a few of them just want to take on these Amazonian chariots as they stand in front of the plaza to say, "We control the consul's palace now." Ooh, he went flying. Absolutely glorious. Paulers are gonna one day make it over here, but to be honest, the peasants do seem apparently frightened, but quite bravely, to charge the chariots. So we'll let them have a little go. But yeah, Paulers might be too late for this particular party. Bit of a shame, but the battle is essentially won at this point, so let's speed this up. Okay, with this captured, we are presumably going to be in a very, very good place. There we go, they've been shot down. Very, very, very good place to wait a moment to pounce for Antioch. Overall, yeah, some good work done by some of these units. Some of the Amazonian chariots doing some better work in the cities now. Got them really flowing in this battle. Screeching women, obviously taking hits against Pompeii, but they're dealing damage as well. Another day, another auto-resolve that didn't work out, so I guess we're just going to have to do it that way once again. So I just said the auto-resolve didn't work out, where sorry, the battle crashed, but hey-ho, we'll just have to accept it, I guess. We'll exterminate the population, and this is... It's Christian. Of course it's Christian, Thomas. You knew this when you went in just now. Okay, so religious building is causing that problem. We will load tax rates. And do we want to do anything else here? You know what? We could go for one of the other ones, couldn't we? Maybe we should for once do that. What was this option? Because there was... that's light weapon upgrade. Oh yes, but the health bonus, you know what, we'll go for a bit of pie. You can resist a slice of pie. So we'll have a slice of pie. We'll get a bit of retraining done, thanks to the stupid auto-resolve nonsense. And we'll obviously get ourselves another unit. Maybe we don't need any more screeches actually, Thomas. Maybe we'll just get that done. Okay, hopefully we'll convert that soon enough. We'll get our other general across the border, which will just help a little bit. That's another general, yeah, helping to convert this over. That's another 5% or so, isn't it? So what are we looking at now? Yeah, that's a big swing, to be fair. 20% change around next turn. It'll be a couple turns of hurt, but we'll just take it. I really should let it settle down. I should have learnt my lesson from before, really, but we'll just have to see how that goes. I would say we just let him die because he's just a general, but he's an eagle taker, so maybe let's not let the eagle taker die. We'll just let the units bleed themselves out a bit, and we'll fix it out in time. For some reason the whole, you know, bleed it dry kind of phrase kind of hits slightly wrong when I'm playing the female only campaign. Anyway, it's just a standard matter of phrase on Total War. Oh yeah, gosh, we have this nonsense, don't we? Come on, give me a victory. Yay! We sunk a ship. We rule the waves. Britannia, I mean Roxolani. Roxolani's rule the waves. Would we call ourselves the land of Roxolani? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, we at least won that battle, which is good to see. We'll get a little bit of retraining done. As soon as you start to get some experience, you just have to win a couple battles at sea. Once you've won a couple battles at sea, you gain something. We gain no experience. A tiny bit on them. They need to get back to Athena pretty quick, don't they? Yeah, as soon as you win a couple battles and get some experience, then you're fine. But until then, it is a little bit of a problem. Okay, well, we'll end our term and we'll see what's going on in the rest of the world. Strangely enough, Tarsus is actually looking okay. It's on blue face, just disillusioned at the moment, which is very nice indeed. Now, was supposed to be having an assassin to go kill their assassins, which was many turns ago now. So let's go and actually send him to do that job. I say many turns ago. Judging by the next one lined up, it probably was actually only last turn. Now, as for Mr. Sahara man here, who will eventually he'll get spotted by my allies, which will slightly annoy them, I imagine, which is the Eastern Empire. Not sure how they've managed that at this stage, but things looking pretty good here. We've got them pinned on the borders, which is just what we want to see. Spies in all of our towns. Sassanids over there, just something to keep an eye on. Now, over at Constantinople, I have gathered myself some of my troops here because they have some very good training on them. Just gather them up with my fleet, and we're going to pick up a few more infantry over here in Elysis and swing this over to Cyrene. The plan for that army is obviously to meet up with the factionaire who apparently lives in the desert. The mythical factionaire who's going to appear from the deeps and dark sands of Africa and somehow come to be our saviour. So we'll work that one out, I guess. We're just going to continue to get a stronger and stronger border in this part of the world. I'm not even bothered if we don't conquer the West, to be honest. If we can manage to stay peaceful there, take over the Sassanids, maybe that's our game. Maybe that's our end goal. Who really knows? What I do know is over in this part of the world, we are just keep an eye on Antioch. The plague is still going on there. Now, okay, they're losing that first cohort to that. This army's here as well. Don't know much about them, but they have troops around, so they are moving men in this kind of a direction. Maybe I need to go around Antioch. If I've got two armies, maybe that's what I want to do. Okay, I think we're just going to let Tarsus chill out and get this temple built. When the temple's built, maybe we're going to get this under siege and send a second army to go and start a flanking manoeuvre. Interesting, we have Death Stalks the land, but this time it's actually in our own territory in Thessalonica. Right, our spy has managed to avoid catching it, and so have you, sir. So get yourself out of there. Normally you do have that first turn's grace to get your troops out. So, as we build our Grand Bazaar, we've got the plague. So you've got to be careful about that. Most advanced faction is just flitting around like crazy, and repairs complete in Tarsus. So this is looking much more relaxed now. One turn away from building that. So we'll get the retraining done. The new temple done, then I think we'll be ready, but it might be by then that they've got plenty more troops around. Over here in Sidon, they still have the plague, which is good to know. Jerusalem is safe, and Philadelphia has got rid of it now as well. Antioch has cleared it out, which is interesting to note because next turn is just about when we are going to head into attack. So let's get our assassin wetting his blades. There we are, and there we are, but wetting it on the whetstone and then on his throat. Both of them are successful phrases in my mind. Okay, next one needs to go down as well. And as for the rest of this empire, it's just looking very chill in terms of my neighbours. They're the Huns failing to do anything with their newfound sort of freedom. Very interesting. Sarmatians got their standard. I suspect if we could see these properly, they'd probably all be like 9 experience or something silly. Yeah, he's on 5 experience, 6 experience. Not surprising at all. They do have the same units that we have, or at least we would originally have as this faction. So yes, all right. I think for now we are going to just make sure we've got everything together. This is the new army, of course. You can see some ships over here that we obviously need to go and deal with. So let's go and meet these guys out in the sea. Excellent. Revol de Verves. And yeah, we should be fine there to be able to hold that position. We'll get ourselves a few more generals, a few more spies and horses over here before we head into Cyrene, which I don't know if they're going to have any idea about it happening. But one day this unit will get there. It's going to take quite a while yet. It might be that that job's already done. Maybe we'll already have taken Cyrene and you can just go and take over the plan there, and we can head towards the next bit of the plan, which will be presumably to go and march towards Alexandria. That might be the true prize for a factionaire. The Vandals and the Franks are at war. That's interesting. Can't see where exactly that's happening. Presumably up in this part of the world. There's a lot of Frankish armies up here. It's a good thing they're my friends, isn't it? Okay, right, next time we'll be ready to move on to Antioch, and with that we see the end game of the Eastern Empire campaign, I think, because we've really consolidated this core bit of the empire. Money's been flowing very nicely. A sudden bit of plague over here. The west is looking very strong. Full stacks on the border. No one is interested. We're building up our tech. We've got ourselves 3 experienced silver sword and shields over there in the capital, getting retrained right now, of course. We are managing to finally deal with some of these assassins, which is excellent. And, well, our alliances are holding. No one's been stabbing us in the back thus far. People are actually stuck with us, which is weird. Frankly, very weird. But you know what? I'm all here for that. So I will leave you for now. But hope you enjoyed Paula's great day out. Tarsus. There must be a good name we can rename this to. But for now, maybe... I don't know. We'll just name it after Paula for now, because it was Paula's axewomen that did the job. But I'm sure we can think of something good for that one. I'll have to have a little look, see the comments. Although, as I say, I'm actually, because I'm going back to England at some point during this series, I will be recording in batches. So it might be that any suggestions you make, for example, this video, might be a few episodes ahead by the time I get around to it. But I very much am looking forward to adding more and more of those in. But for now, I'll leave you. I'm Thomas. This is the Nerds to Human. This has been our Roxolani female-only campaign. Thank you, and ta-ra. Swing yourself around and do what all good aristocracy do, and murder peasants. This is amazing. The rebel unit is actually taking part in the battle from the boat. These horses are potentially drowning themselves. Please don't drown yourself. One of them drowned themselves. Down to... down to none.